All right, thank you. So I thought that was the perfect intro and segue by Dr. Drake for addressing why NASA. What is or what are NASA's roles in UAP studies? So NASA primarily is a science-driven agency. It's committed to exploring and understanding air and space, and this includes, as we were just discussing, the unknown, right? Whether that's the farthest reaches of the universe or right here on our home planet. In that light, NASA has over 60 years of experience measuring phenomena in air and space, in air that might be aeronautics, astronomy, as well as measuring other Earth phenomena, and this may include aquatic or atmospheric phenomena as well. And they do this using the unique vantage point of space. NASA's mission, data, and technical expertise in science and engineering may also help investigate and understand any of the reported phenomena. It makes sense to explore what new observations or measurements or studies might contribute to the understanding of reported phenomena. In that light, Dr. Fox made this point this morning, there's a tremendous archive of NASA data. These are from satellites and other space-based and ground networks, as well as other assets, and these are freely and openly available to the public. NASA research, as was mentioned, also supports a wide range of methods. This includes advanced data analysis, modeling, cutting-edge computational and data visualization tools, and these are all useful for investigating unexplained observations, which may be crucial in studying these phenomena. Discoveries and results are all publicly available. And this can be something from the characterization of extraterrestrial solar planets or the hole in the ozone layer. And these are communicated publicly through many outlets through the agency. NASA also has a long-standing public trust. This is essential to communicate those findings about phenomena to the public and, as was mentioned several times, very important, to destigmatize the reporting and raise awareness of cultural and social barriers to doing so. NASA has a unique strength in leveraging public and private partnerships that could result in new technologies that may be useful in observing and understanding reported phenomena. These partners could include other federal agencies. We've heard from the FAA today, as well as NOAA was identified. And they may collect data that could help to understand reported phenomena. In addition, NASA has a strong record of international collaboration, which could be beneficial to study any of these phenomena, as that may require global cooperation and data sharing. And then one thing that really strikes me is that new understanding of anomalous events really comes from when we bring communities together, interdisciplinary communities that would not necessarily collaborate. And in my world, that might be biological and physical oceanographers, and I tell people to think a little more broadly. What if we brought together astronomers and earth scientists like we did on this panel? So those interdisciplinary research teams, as well as citizen scientists, could explore historical and current NASA and partner data for events, or more importantly, for environmental conditions around the time of reported events. And this may help in our understanding. And then finally, given NASA's experience with long-term missions, long-term projects, and scientific focus, the agency is really well equipped to handle the extensive and ongoing study of phenomena investigation that this likely requires. So hopefully that gave you some thoughts as to why NASA. I don't know if any of my fellow panelists agree or disagree. Discuss. Yes.
Paula, thank you. So NASA has a great visibility in the community, and UAPs are obviously of great interest to a very diverse range of people. So can you speak a bit about the opportunity that this provides for NASA to expand, the knowledge of the understanding of the scientific method?
Yes. So it's a great question. There are multiple opportunities I think UAP present. The first, as I mentioned, I think is to bring together interdisciplinary research teams and scientists and citizen scientists to really take a look at, with an objective and perhaps unique eye, what the NASA Data Archive actually means. Blend in the partnerships, a renewed partnership that's at the federal, the international, and the private level, right? So I think there are any number of pathways that people could pursue that could be really advantageous for helping us to understand what's happening with any reported UAP. The questions?
Thank you, Paula. This is Jelly Wright. Actually, my question and comment actually goes to both you and Nadia. Dr. Kirkpatrick gave us a definition of anomalous that it was not readily understandable to the operator or the sensor. And from the NASA's perspective, and for our panel, I think we have to consider a broader definition if we're talking about citizen science. Mm-hmm. And I'm curious of how we incorporate that, especially within the communication avenues that we were just discussing.
It's a good question. Not all data in an archive are user-friendly, right out of the gate. But I think NASA does an excellent job making things like quick look or browse products available. You can go on the NASA website. You can look at different aspects of different things that the agency has in its mission to study. And I think, if nothing else, people have become a lot more in touch with their surroundings and their environment and the changes happening there. And so I think there's probably an opportunity for people to maybe not become overnight experts in how to process satellite data and use it for basic research in a complex fashion, but there are ways to utilize those data to look at your environment if you think you've seen something or you wish to report something. So communication, engagement in the public, I think, is a really important part of the destigmatization, for sure. Nadia, I don't know if you have anything to add.
I was struck by the phrase "not readily understandable." I felt like that was actually doing a lot of work. So I think for our purposes, we probably want to come up with a slightly more specific definition of what anomalous actually means.
Yes.